guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Carissa if you are new. So you guys have been wanting to see more workout videos from me and how I stay fit, so I decided to create my own little workout challenge, a 2-week booty workout challenge that is. I feel like I've been really slacking the last month or so with working out, so I just really needed something to get me motivated again to work out. But when I was looking at challenges or programs that I could do, just nothing really caught my eye with the types of workouts that I wanted to do. So here we are. I created one myself. The challenge is comprised of 5 different workouts that target your lower body or your glutes more specifically, that will alternate between, but I'll get more into that in a second. But first I wanted to state that I am no fitness expert myself. I have taken classes in college and I have been working out for a really long time with no personal trainer. But if you need to make any alterations to the workouts, please make sure that you are doing so. Okay, so speaking quickly on my before, I'll insert a photo of my starting point, or I guess my baseline, if you will. Similar to what I did for the Chloe Ting Hourglass Challenge I did a few months back. The only variable is the workout itself. I did not make any changes to my diet, so I felt like it was really important to state that before we get into this. So moving on into the challenge details and the schedule. So as I was mentioned earlier, it is comprised of 5 different workouts that will alternate between throughout the whole 2 weeks or the 14 days. Each of the workouts is designed a little bit differently on purpose. A few are just like a counting reps model. So for example, 3 sets of 15 reps. I figured this would be good for more of like a go at your own pace sort of model, but I would definitely recommend not taking more than a 30 or 40 second break in between each of the exercises and no more than a 2-minute break in between each of the sets. That way you're still keeping the like momentum going, you know? The rest of the workouts are more like a 45 second on, 15-second off model. So this model is definitely a little bit more intense. I'll include in the description the apps that I use to make this model just a little bit easier, so that way you're focused on the exercises and not watching the clock, you know? So the reason why that there are 5 different types of workouts that we'll be alternating between is because I didn't want too many repeat workouts. I'm really not a fan of those. I wanted enough variation to keep things interesting and to keep my body surprised. For the exercises themselves, I definitely wanted to include a variation. So exercises that either target the glutes specifically, so like isolation exercises, but also include compound exercises that will help build the glutes, but also the muscles surrounding the glutes. Each workout is between 20 to 30 minutes long, so only about a 20 or 30 minute time commitment per day, which I felt was very reasonable. And lastly, I did design the challenge so that there will be 2 rest days within the 14 days. I personally chose day 3 and day 10. After day 2, I was so sore, so naturally I just felt like day 3 was the perfect time to take a break. And secondly, taking breaks on the weekends end up working better for my schedule personally, so each of my breaks both landed on a Sunday. All right, so now that that's all said and done, let me walk you through each of the workouts and all of the exercises that it includes. Hopefully this will be easy to follow and to refer back to, but of course all of the workouts will be listed down in the description as well. So starting with workout A, and yes, I couldn't think of any better naming convention for these workouts. So workout A will be 7 exercises in total, and we'll be doing 3 sets, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and a 1-minute break between sets. All equipment is of course optional. You do not need any of this equipment, but for workout A specifically, I did use glute bands and I did use dumbbells. So for the first workout, it is lunge kickbacks. I did decide to use a glute band for this exercise to make it a little bit more challenging. You can alternate the lunge if you want, but I decided to not alternate just because I felt like this helped my balance and helped to target my booty just a little bit more, but completely up to you of what you want to do with this. If you did decide to not alternate, I just kind of split it up into like mini sets of 10. Exercise number 2 is standing dumbbell abductions. Again, you don't have to do this with a dumbbell. You can do it with a glute band as well, but what you want to do if you are working with a dumbbell is to put it right behind your kneecap. Make sure it's really snug in there. You'll want to make sure that your knees are bent and the leg that is doing the abduction, so the leg that is raising, it kind of comes slightly behind your other leg and it goes straight up on the side. So try to not have so much movement in your hips. For the third exercise, similar to the last one, it's up to you of whether or not you want to do a dumbbells or a glute band or nothing at all. But this one is focused on donkey kicks, so you'll want to keep your hips even again and then just kick the leg straight back. Each person's flexibility is different, so each person will feel it in a different spot. So don't focus on getting your leg the absolute highest, just get it as high as you can without moving your hips all that much and where you can feel it in your glutes. The fourth exercise is glute band abductions. This is one of my favorite exercises because it's just so simple yet effective. You'll want to raise your butt and then separate your legs at the top for the abduction part, squeezing as much as you can in your glutes and then lower back down, but don't have your butt touch the ground. That is key with this to keep the tension building. The fifth one is a curtsy squat. So you want to make sure that you are in a squat position and then you pretty much bring your leg back like it was kind of like a reverse lunge in a way, but to the side. So you'll definitely be feeling this in your outer glutes. So the sixth one is an interesting one. So it's called marching squats. So what you'll want to do is get into a squat position. I decided to make this one a little bit difficult by having a glute band. Again, totally optional here. And what you want to do is essentially just lift each of your legs up one at a time, and then all of like the tension will build. And this one gets really, really hard. The last exercise is a backline banding abduction. This one, again, so simple yet so effective. This is one of my favorite ones to do. So you're laying completely flat on your back, and then you'll want to bring your legs a little bit more in, and then you'll want to separate them into an abduction. But a part of this is you might have to bring your legs out or more in depending on where you can feel it. You want to feel this in your outer glutes. So when you push your abduction out, just hold it for a second and then bring it back in and then repeat the exercise. So workout B is going to be 10 exercises total, and we'll be doing 3 sets of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off with 1 minute breaks in between. This will be about 30 to 33 minutes in total. So for the first exercise, it's a squat with a lateral side raise. Make sure you get low in that squat and then you bring your leg up to the side as much as you can. For this workout, I used like a really heavy glute band, so you can't see my leg moving that much, but you will definitely feel it in your outer glutes for this workout. The second workout is a banded ham curl. So for this one, if you don't have a long band, you can use, and you'll see it in another workout too, you can use like these little slider things that you can put on the bottom of your feet and then just slide it against the carpet or your hardwoods. This was just as effective as well, but I just wanted, again, a little bit of variation. Third exercise is a reverse hyperextension with abduction. This one is so challenging, and again, like one of my favorites. So I threw myself onto my couch. You can get a chair, you can get anything that works for you. You just want to make sure that your hips are hinged right at the point of the edge of the couch, because you want your glutes to be doing all of the work here. You want to be pulling up with your glutes. And when you're at the top, that's when you will do your abduction. If the workout is too intense, you can do what I'm doing here, and I decided to not do the abduction to show you guys, and you just will raise your legs as high as you can, squeeze at the top, and then lower them back down. The fourth workout is reverse flutter kicks. So in the exact same position, make sure that your hips are semi off of the couch so that you're focused on just working out your glutes, not your legs, not your back or anything like that. But for this workout, you'll just want to flutter your legs. You can go fast, you can go slow at your own pace. The fifth workout is good mornings. I decided to use like a 5-pound dumbbell. You can use whatever you want for this. You'll want to keep your legs slightly bent, and then what you're pretty much doing with good mornings, if you are unfamiliar with it, you're just hinging at the top to bend over, and you'll feel it in your hamstrings and in your glutes too. The sixth workout is a kneeling hinge. This is one of my all-time favorites. This one I definitely added some variations to it. So I added a long band and a glute band to this exercise for more of a challenge. You can also use a dumbbell and put it right behind your shoulders, so holding it at the top too. But of course, I'll include these bands down below for you guys and where I purchased them from. But this is kind of like a good variation for a hip thrust in a way. So you'll want to thrust your hips all the way up, only focused on like driving your hips forward and squeezing your glutes, and then bringing it back down and repeating the process. Number 7 is backline banded abductions. So the next workout is curtsy lunges, which I've spoken on before. You can alternate with curtsy lunges if you want, or you don't have to. I decided to not alternate and to do like mini sets of 10 throughout. Number 9 is a single leg RDL. To get within the 45 seconds, I try to do about 10 reps per side. You'll want to make sure that when you're bringing your dumbbell or your arm down, it's staying pretty parallel and in a line, and that the standing leg is bent. And then for the leg that's getting kicked back, you don't have to focus on kicking this all the way up in the air. That's not the purpose of this workout. That leg does not need to go super high to be successful in completing this workout. The last workout is banded pull-throughs. This is such a good one too. So I took my long band, wrapped it around my couch here. You want to hinge a little bit by bending your legs, and then you thrust on through, bringing your hips forward and squeezing those glutes for this workout. Workout C is comprised of 5 workouts in total, and this is 3 sets by 15 reps model. So this would be about 20 minutes long. So the first workout is a glute bridge abduction. So what you want to do when you get to the top is just stay up and then do your abduction by pushing your knees outward. And then just make sure that when you come back down, your butt does not touch the floor, and then you repeat those steps. The second workout is a single leg glute bridge. You'll want to do 15 reps per leg for this workout. But what I ended up doing is just putting a single leg on the couch. You can put it on a chair, you can put it on a table, you can put it wherever you need to put it. But for this workout, you do not want your legs to do the work. You want to focus on your glutes doing the work and your hips. So pushing your hips and your glutes up and squeezing at the top for this workout. So the next workout is a Bulgarian split squat. So similar to the last one, we're going to be doing 15 reps per leg. You'll want to make sure that the leg that is on the ground, your knee is not extending past the top of your foot, because that could lead to injury. So making sure that that is staying as parallel as it can, and the leg that remains on the couch, you're just driving that knee towards the ground. This one is a killer. Okay, so next workout is a marching sumo. I've talked about this one before, but the difference with this one, because the workout model is slightly different, you want to do this 30 times, so 15 per leg essentially. The last workout is the rolling ham curl. So here's the other variation that you can do. I put these little sliders underneath my feet, and then I just pushed out with it. Make sure that you're keeping your upper body and your butt off of the ground for this exercise to work, but really what you want to do is just push your legs out and then focus on trying to push them back in. This is where it works out your hamstrings. Okay, so workout D, this is comprised of 8 workouts in total. This is going to be 3 sets, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, so it's about 25 minutes total. First exercise we're starting out with is just a banded walk. So put a glute band around your thighs there, and then you'll just want to walk 3 steps in each direction. Make sure you're staying pretty low, like in a squat position, and you'll be feeling this in your outer glutes and in your legs. The second workout is a kettlebell swing with a squat, or more specifically in my case, it was a dumbbell swing. I standed pretty much in like a sumo squat position. You drive that dumbbell up to the top, put it overhead, and then you go down into a squat, and then you swing the dumbbell through your legs and you repeat the motion. Third exercise is a single leg hip thrust. Prop yourself on your couch or a chair. You want to make sure that you're keeping your upper body and your neck and your head in parallel, and then you're just driving your hips and your butt up, and then you're squeezing your glutes at the top. For this one, because it is the 45 seconds on model, I ended up doing about 15 reps per leg, so just make sure you are alternating within that 45 seconds. The next exercise is doing 2 bridges with step outs. So what you want to do with this one is you do 2 thrusts up into a bridge, and on the second one you stay up, but then you step out with your right leg, put it back in, step out with your left leg and put it back in, and repeat the motion. Just make sure when you're going back down, your butt is not touching the ground to keep the tension building there. Next exercise is a deadlift. You just want to make sure that your arms are staying parallel, your back is staying flat, your shoulders are back for this workout, and when you come to the top, you're squeezing your glutes in. Sideline abductions is the next workout. This is such a good one. You'll want to alternate sides within the 45 seconds again for this one. Try to not have your knees touch when they come back together, but then you're just driving one leg fully up to the air, and you'll feel this in your side glutes. So the 7th exercise is a pulse lunge. Oof, this one is a good one. Again, since this is in the 45 seconds, you want to make sure that you're altering between legs. I did pretty much 10 like mini reps in between each one, and then just kept alternating between that. And then the last workout is a standing dumbbell abduction. Okay, so on to the last workout, workout E. This one is comprised of 10 workouts, but it's gonna be 3 sets of 15 reps. So this is more go at your own pace. Again, I would highly recommend to not take more than a 30-second break in between each of the exercises and no more than a 2-minute break in between each of the sets. Most of these exercises I've already spoken into detail about, so I'll go through them quickly. So the first one is a banded pulse squat. This one's pretty easy. You just wanna be in a squat position, make sure you stay at the bottom and pulse, and then just go back up and then repeat the motion. Second exercise is reverse hyperextension. Third exercise is a kneeling hinge. Fourth is a single leg glute bridge. This one you want to make sure that you're doing 15 per leg. The fifth one is a unique one. It's called a reverse plank kick. So you want to focus on bringing one knee into your chest and then straighten it out and then kick it back up. This one is pretty challenging, so you can get away with just doing 15, or you can do 15 per leg. The next exercise is a curtsy lunge. The next exercise is a Romanian deadlift. The next exercise is a back line banded abductions. The ninth exercise is rolling ham curls. And then the 10th exercise is banded kickback curls. So you'll want to get onto your hands and knees for this position. Wrap a band around the ankle that you're going to be focusing the work on, and then you'll just want to bring it kind of like in a circle on both sides. All right, so that concludes all of the 5 exercises. I'm not going to lie, the last 2 weeks have been very difficult. This was a very challenging workout for me. I really pushed myself, but I ended up tired every single day. But I definitely don't want to discourage you from doing this workout. I feel like I gained so much muscle already in my glutes, and I'm so excited to keep integrating these workouts into like my weekly workout routine too. I feel like this is such a great alternative to going to the gym. My gym has opened back up, but I just don't feel comfortable going to the gym yet. So I'm definitely sticking with my at-home workout routines for now. Okay, so for the after and for the results, I'll do a quick side-by-side comparison so you guys can see the before and the after of this 2-week challenge. So for measurements, I'm not going to state like my exact measurements because everyone is unique, but for my waist, I ended up going in 1/4 of an inch, and then for my hips and my glutes, I ended up going out 1/4 of an inch. My thighs did not change at all in size. I'm really happy with those results because it's not so much the measurements, but it's how I feel and how I look. And I definitely feel like overall my butt is like more lifted and more muscular and a bit fuller as well. I don't know, I just feel like these results are very realistic for 2 weeks. Okay, so now it's your turn. Let's get to it. Give this challenge a go and definitely know your experiences. I want to hear all about it and I want to hear about your results. And if you don't end up doing the challenge but end up just incorporating the workouts into like your weekly schedule, I definitely want to know about that as well. I know for me, I'm definitely still going to be incorporating these workouts into my weekly schedule too. They are so good. You guys, the muscle, the lifting, the toning. Oh, I'm so excited for it. This is so good. I hope that you guys love this. Definitely give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe before you go. Let me know if you want to see more like dedicated workout videos instead of me like explaining like these challenges, you know? I can definitely do that. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you in a couple of days in my next video. Bye guys, love you.